Welcome in, folks. Day 21 and Music City Trader here. And I am going today, I got an email just now, my personal bonus of, it looks like my personal bonus of $10. So I'm starting today with $15.99. I am going to take this, activate my bonus. They send me these randomly, I'm not sure why, but I'm going to activate my bonus, confirm, and 1609. So I'm going to take that as my first little profit today. That's what I can do because they gave it to me. It's like free money if I can win and get it out of there. Today we're going to be doing $22 trades. And it's like we're going to talk a little bit about just the psychology of trading. It's like every day you come in here, it's like, am I going to win? Am I going to win? Am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to? I don't know. And you keep coming in and doing it. It's just fine. But it's like, it's never guaranteed, right? So I think that's why it feels so hard to kind of believe in yourself sometimes and to kind of go like, yeah, I'm gonna make this happen. It feels kind of like you get nervous, I guess. You don't want to fail. And you want to take your time. So let's get into it. Let's get into some trades and let's really make it happen today. Have a good week. We're at day 21, starting day 21, and we are in the profit by nearly 50%. Hey, we meet up here every day and I show you real life binary options trading. Please take a moment, hit the subscribe button. If you do that, I promise I'll work hard to make this channel bigger and better with every single episode. I have some great news. For a limited time, you can join the Music City Trader Tribe absolutely free. All you have to do is open your pocket option account using my affiliate link and make your first deposit. And I'll send you 2 trading strategy ebooks and my latest trading sheets. So don't wait any longer. Go to musiccitytrader.com and click on Join the Tribe. All right, folks, I'm in. Oh, and this is on Alibaba, which 90%. I usually don't trade on Alibaba. Usually trading on currencies, but I had this one open. We got 1 minute. I think this will turn around. It looked like it messed around here, went back up. This is kind of either way at this point. Look where I'm at. Well, like I was saying, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you make the right call, sometimes you don't. I hope this is just a dip and it's a pop up so we can win this. So I don't go in with a first loss. But it does look like it's really going down. Did it break through the 1 minute? And I'm not going to trade on Alibaba again. That'll look like that will be a loss right there. If this is going to break through, it's going to break through. Oh, well, I don't know. It's 5 seconds. All right, so we're in one loss right out of the gate for this week, Monday. But that's okay. I'm going to close this out because I don't want to be on Alibaba. I was right here, and I could have taken it, and I thought, see, it's a delayed response. It bounced off there on that 30-second RSI, and that's when I was like, ooh, yeah, it's doing what I think. But now I really actually think it's going to do a breakthrough. But it's kind of been going down and then up, down and then up, down and then up. So instead of making this over and over again, I'm going to go ahead and get off of that chart. Go to Euro REB, trade on something better. One mistake I have made before that I try not to make is just by over trading on the same chart. Like I do something and then I'm like, oh no, it's going here, no, it's going there. And once you kind of burned it down, it feels like it's in other words, you picked the wrong way, like maybe really wrong. And sometimes I feel like, well, it might be better if I just move away from that chart. I've never regretted moving away from a chart. I have, although, regretted staying on a chart for a long time and just kind of losing and losing and losing. Now this looks like a pretty interesting, this is a 5 minute line. It's pretty strong. It's kind of consolidating on this 5 minute line, but what is the 1 minute doing? Yeah, kind of hit there, went under. This does, to me, this resembles sort of a pullback. Interesting. I'll mark that out. Looks like it has a line here too. It's been going higher, 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 higher. Maybe it'll come back down. We'll watch that. It's not like the best thing I've ever seen, but it does look like a couple lines over here. Oh yeah, like if it RSI touched up there. Well, even if it doesn't RSI touch, it looks like it's going to turn around there. It's got It's got good line right here and right here. It's in the middle though. We'll watch this in 1 minute and see. All right, I'm in on 2 minutes on this. I'm following sort of an uptrend. I've got a high level here that I'm watching. A high level comes from like a 10-minute mark up here. Now it's consolidating pretty heavy. It got above here and it got up to here at one point. See, up to there. It touched there, it touched there. Made it pretty specific right around here. We're in that zone. 1 minute 29. It's in the money right now. So in the 1 minute, it has been reaching for that level, pulling back, reaching, pulling, reaching, pulling. Now this is sort of a decision point, but I think it's going to go up. So I took a longer trade, and I gotta just let's see here. Oh, it's going to flatten down. So let's see. We got 1 minute. Really playing around. When I look at it in 10 seconds, it really looks like it's going to continue up. So my thought process here, looking at the 10 second, is it's going to go like here, and then it's going to go here. That's what I think, and that's what I'm going for. It's struggling. Still got 46 seconds. Look at it in 30 seconds. Yeah, what I thought was it's going to reach down here, and it's going to continue up. We got 38 seconds. It does have some pretty hefty lines right here on top. I mean, yeah, that's no joke. That's a hefty line. So this trade is, I wouldn't say it's risky because I am following a bottom channel, but it's set up sort of a line right here that it doesn't want to get above or below. So let's see if it'll bounce around. If it pops above that line within the next 10 seconds, I think it'll be good. If it hits that line and gets a major rejection right here, like that, it's a little hot stove, but not it didn't get crazy. See, it's toying, and it's a win. So that's good. There we go. All right, so we're still in the money. Started at $15.99. I'm going to watch this and see what happens. This is really toying with this level. It could become an actual drop, or it could become a breakout to the top side. You know, it's got this channel right here. I guess I've never used blue in my podcast, so we're going to use blue today. This is a channel, okay? It's kind of been hitting here. It did what I thought it was going to do that time. The highs are not getting higher at all. The highs are just stuck. The lows are not getting lower at all. The lows are just stuck. But if you look at it in 10 seconds, then you can see that it was going higher, higher, higher. Yeah, I think this is going to go down. It went higher, 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 higher. Then it tried to get higher, tried to get higher, tried to get higher, and it couldn't get higher at all. So now what I think is going to happen is it's either going to consolidate to this top line again one more time and break it, or it's going to consolidate or just sit here and it's going to go down. This is what makes me think, let's look at 30 seconds. 30 seconds, it's not as clear, but it was higher, 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 and then it just sort of stopped getting higher. You see, it sort of stopped getting higher, and it's just trying to break this. Now, what could happen is this could really break. Now, if this breaks this down, I think if this breaks this down, I'm going to go 1 minute. If this breaks this down, I'm going to take it. I mean, if it really goes. It's not going yet. That's a symbol of waiting right there. It did not break it. It didn't make it happen, right? But it is continuing to get lower. It is trying to break it, but it's saying, no, I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it. At any time, I think in the 10 seconds, at any time, this could shoot way up here. It could shoot up. But in terms of the way it's heading, whether it has a little bit of pressure or not to get back up is unknown. But what is known, if it breaks, to me, what I think I know, what I think I know is if it breaks below that lower line, that I probably have a chance to win on the low side. If it gets up to this top line here and doesn't break, then I can probably take a minute put. It's climbing steadily. climbing steadily, and it could have like a little, could have a moment. Yep, it got up to its top point here. It's only got up to this line one time. It so far hasn't been able to get back down to there. Hasn't been able to get back up to here. Now we're on a 10-second middle line, which is kind of hard to read. Hasn't really shown us full breakout potential to the bottom yet. I mean, it reads that way. It reads full breakout potential to the bottom, but it also looks like it really wants to break this. So an RSI touch in the 30-second. There it goes, it broke above. All right, I'm taking it now. Kind of gutsy, but it RSI touched really strong on a level that it really had a hard time breaking. I didn't see like a ton of upward motion. Of course, I wasn't watching it in 10 seconds either. And it only took a 1 minute trade, like a shorter trade. Let's go over here in the 10-second and watch it play. Okay, 30 seconds. So 3 candles, anything can happen. It can retest that top level. It could break above that top level. It's holding strong at the bottom here though. That looks decent. 23 seconds and it's going back to the bottom unless it gets a big shoot. I hope it doesn't, but this has been a strong power level right here. It's got 15 seconds. Watching this in the 10 seconds. Let's go back to the 30 and see what happened. It did RSI touch and now it's holding down in that lower level. It's got 4 seconds. I think it'll hold because it's inside that lower bracket. And that's a win, folks. That's another win. And that's 2 wins, and we're at 16.27. So let's look at my chart because I've had 2 wins, and I got 16.27. 16.27. So we've got $28 profit, 1.75%. I'm going to go for another win today. And I'm going to watch this because this is at the bottom. It really did hit the bottom there. I feel like if it breaks this bottom line, then we've got a pretty good, like I said, a pretty good lower level line here. Really strong. Now it's going to go back up there. This becoming a little less clear in the 10 seconds because it didn't go all the way back down. Now it's reaching higher up. If it touches this again, it's probably going. Or it's tanking. So it's 2 things. See, it went above higher. Get a little bit confused as my thought process is here, but I think this bottom level is very strong. In other words, I'm blacking this out because it keeps trying to get below this, but it can't. But once it does get below this, if it really does say it's going to go below this and it's going to really go without returning, I'd like it to get out of this area, like down to here. See, it's stuck there. And now it's going. And it's returning. It's going. It's returning. It's going and returning. It's kind of stuck there. See, right here, because it had that pullback, I'm worried that it isn't really breaking. It's on a white line. It also went, but not really strongly went. To me now, it's not sure that it's not going to continue up to this top line. This top line is strong. Remember in the 10 minute, 10 second, or 10 minute candles, very strong line. This upper yellow line, we had a breakout of the blue, and now we're going again. It wants to go up again to the blue. If it touches this green line, then I'm going to assume a break on the green line. Because it kind of broke up, it got bigger, it broke down, got a little bigger. Still pretty nervous about a trade on this one, just because we don't know if it's going to stay in this bounds or if it's going to break above. The only way we would really know if it broke above is if it really did. Let's look at RSI 1. Yeah, 1 minute RSI. Pretty strong uptrend. But I'm not going to believe it's an RSI break until it actually breaks. See, that was a touch on a strong line. In the 30 seconds, it looks like could go either way. It isn't an RSI touch here, though. Okay, it's broken that top line. Pretty high. Will it try to return or will it shoot away? Has shooting power? I'm not sure. Has shooting power, but this chart has been going back and forth. So in terms of it actually breaking that line and really breaking it, it's not super clear to me. It'd be 100% guess right now. It did break higher than it has, but then it immediately rejected and is kind of holding. It's not making like really strong movement to me. That's a very, very, very hard line that it just broke through. And that's the moment where you can think, if you're in like a 10-minute candle, that's the moment where you think it's either going to, it's broken above that multiple times. And it's went higher twice, but most other times it's bounced. So now we're kind of in a, is it going higher or is it going lower? Is it going to make it up to its one little more place? It's very, very fishy to me. I'm going to watch it and see what happens. Starts to go back down, then it shot up there twice. Shot hard above that twice. It shot hard above that twice. It did it. All right, I'm taking this and I'm going to tell you why. This is a total guess for a turnaround, but I'm watching both of these. This level up here is possible. It's possible it goes to that level. It did go to that level twice, but every time it did it, it went fast. It kind of hit and it went fast. It hit that level. It's kind of a dangerous little place to be in because it's kind of above that first line, but I do think with my timing, I can win this. I've got a good position, and we'll go in 30 seconds. It's usually hit that level and just sort of shot way up there and then sort of come back down. What I hope happens now, we have a minute left. Looks like I may have guessed wrong, but it's still moving slow. But maybe I should have taken like a 3 to 5 minute trade here. Maybe that would have been a better trade level because it's really, really stuck above there and it's moving really slow. Let's see, we got 31 seconds. Look at it in 10 seconds and see what it's doing. It's kind of going up and down, but I think what's going to happen is just going to tank. It's got only 2 candles left though, so really not sure it's going to make it. Had it taken a 3 minute, maybe, but it could. There it goes. It's going down, but it's waiting again. It's kind of stuck. There it goes. There goes my, come on, give me my 10-second push. It's got 5 seconds left here. This could be a win. There, 3, 2, 1, and it's a loss, and then just a bounce, and just, oh, there it goes. And there it goes. Few seconds off. I'm going to be careful here, though, because I'm in that danger zone. It's still dangerous, but this 10-second candle, if it's really going to go, it's going to go here, and I'll go ahead and take another put on this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take another put right here because what I think is going to happen is it's going to go ahead and tank. It's got a big rejection. In fact, I could win a couple on this. That's a 1 minute trade. I could win it all the way down to the white line here, or I could lose it. But what I think is going to happen is it's going to return. And I think that on a larger level, maybe I'm thinking too large today. Because now that's pulling back. Let's look at it in 30 seconds. Might be in, I have to get off this chart. It's in like this weird consolidation mode. If we lose this trade, we'll be down just maybe $10. Again, kind of slow, kind of stuck slow there. Maybe I should be waiting for jumps here. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. Here we go. 15 seconds. It's got up and down pressure. It's got up and down pressure. It's got both. It's got both up and down pressure. I need this to just shoot back down and do what I think it's going to do. It's very slow. It's moving very slow. There it is. And that's another loss. So this was a loss. So I had a loss and a loss. Just not great here in this little area. I thought it was going, but it's okay. This chart is proving to have a lot of back and forth. It is. It's slowly pushing. It's fighting. It's got back and forth. It's in this little line right here in the 10-minute. If I was going to do anything on this chart, it'd be a long trade. It'd be a long trade to the top. It's moving so slow, I just don't know. Long trade to the top, but it might not go to the top because it hasn't always gone to the top. It's either way. That's what I think. Long trade to the top. It's in an uptrend. This is definitely contentious. It went up, went back down. In the 1 minute. To me, it looks like overall it's going to turn around, but I mean, it's got that upper level that it's been to. Stayed in here a long time. All right, I'm going for the call on this. Like I said, I'm going to take a long call to the top. I'm going to let that simmer while I look for some other trades, and we'll see if that plays out. I think what's going to happen is, and I'll be back even if this wins, it's going to go up here. It could take a while. Decent position on that chart, and so we're just going to let it play out and see what happens. From here, where I took this trade, I think it's going to head back up, and we'll watch it and see. It could go either way. Really could go either way. And it's in one of those places where historically over in the 10-minute chart, it has hit this a lot, but it has also hit this twice pretty hard. So it has desire to go up there, but it also has strong rejection from this level. So let's look around and we'll come back to this. All right, and we'll watch this together. I mean, it's above the main line. It's in the money, but it's fighting. I hope it fights up. It's got 24 seconds. Look at it in 30 seconds, how good that is. It's got an upper wick on it. I want it to fight above this line. It feels suspect. There it goes. It feels like it has a brain of its own. It feels suspect. It feels like it could drop any second, but we got 8 seconds left. It feels like was going to go down. Now I think it's right. It's right, and it's in the money. So good. All right, we got that win back. All right, we got that win. So we've had a loss and a win, a loss, and a win. Started at $15.99. We're at $16.04. So pretty good today. And not like lots of profit, but look, we have stayed safe is what I'm thinking. I don't want to trade on this chart anymore. It's so slow. This part of it was fine, and I thought it was going to break up, and then I thought it was going to break down, and I thought it was going to hit this. If I was going to do anything with this chart, honestly, at this point, I'd probably just take a big, long 10-minute put, 10 or 20-minute put, because I think this level is so strong. Or I'd wait for it to get up here. Let's wait for it to get up here. Let's see if we can set an alarm up here. Because if it does do what I think, it's going to bounce off that level for sure up here. It hasn't went above that level in a long time. So if it gets anywhere near this level, it might take like a 10-minute put. And that's what I'm thinking. See, if I look at the 10-minute, bam, bam, You know, it's been trying to get above there. It would be a guess still, but if it can reach up there and it looks like it's in the right scenario, I'd be all good with the put. Or let's go ahead and mark this level 2, because I really like this. Other than it's moving really slow, I like that it's making levels. It's got these levels. If it gets below this line, I think it's going to tank. Yeah, if it gets below that line. So I marked those. If it gets, I think it's going to tank either way. Yeah, I think it's going to tank either way at some point. I'm just trying to figure out how slow it would have to be. Okay, if it hits this one, I need to move actually. This one right here, let's X that one out. If it gets below that line, like if it gets to there, that's where I would want to know. So if it can kind of go below there, I'm going to take a put. If it can get up to here, I'm going to take a put. They'll both be long puts. Wow, that's almost there is what I can see. But like in 10 minutes, yeah, it's already almost there. It's right underneath, though. That's the problem. It's right underneath this. Like it can't go. So if it does turn around here, see it's at that top level. It's got a lot of consolidation. Not as sold on a trade in this area. But yeah, that's where I think it wants to go. It's underneath that, but it's been underneath that, and it's been returning above that multiple times. So it would have to crash. You know, in the 1 minute, it would have to really crash. It would have to crash, and it would have to go below here. I mean, if you look at that, it just, to me, it's begging. It's begging to go higher, but all analysis says that it will probably go lower. Okay, and right now we're at 1604, so we're actually down to just up by 0.31%. So we need a win or two. Okay, this one right here, it is dropping now. It is dropping now, and it looks like it could go. What does it look like in 10? Yeah, it looks like it's just going. Hit the RSI, like it's going to break back up. Like it could totally break back up on the RSI. It hasn't went any further in the RSI before. And it to me it doesn't say, oh yeah, it's going to turn around. I mean, it doesn't say it's going or not. It could go way up to here. It'd be kind of a gutsy trade at this point because of the position it's in. It has had a breakthrough, but it stopped there before once. You know, it is moving down, but it's in a low position. It is at the white line with the 1 minute. That would be a perfect time for it to turn around. And see, it's got turnaround power. It's got a bottom wick. But if I think like, oh, this is going to tank, this is going to go, this is finally going to go, you know. If I think this is going to go, this is finally going to go, then I would take a longer trade on this and just bet for it to go lower. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm messing around with this chart, I could have got a little higher position, but I'm thinking it through. What I think is going to happen now is this is going to go break through the white line, and it's going to take this down. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, my better judgment, there's a lot of symbols of turnaround, but as this is going, it's been going down. And we took a 2 minute, which is a longer trade than I normally take. It's not like a snipe trade. It's more of a positional trade. It's more of a, I think this is going down from here trade. It could hit this white line and turn around. Right now it's out of the money, but it could hit this white line and turn around. Let's watch it, not get emotional. Let's watch this 104. I might double this up if it hits that top line. But I have to hit this right around here. And even if it did, I think I wouldn't double it up. I think I would just take a longer trade down, like a 2-minute down. Hits that line. It doesn't appear that it could or it couldn't. Let's look at it. Let's watch this. Yeah, I should have obeyed the RSI in the 10-second, but you never know. That's one thing that kind of went against my thought process is the 10-second in the there, and so it's taking a long time. It's just climbing way up there, taking a long time. So that's going to be a loss. I'm just calling a loss now because it does not look like it has the guts to go down. It's at another line of suspicion, so I'm going to take a 2-minute, and we'll go back in the 30 seconds. It's had a really hard time getting below this. Now what we have is we have it set up here. My guess is that it's going to go down here, that it's going to break below this level. This is the level. This is the new level I'm looking at. It actually would kind of have to break below that level down here. It would have to break pretty far down through this level for me to believe that it's finally turning around, because it's sort of just up there. This looks like it could be a win, and it could be. Look how strong that is. That is a very strong turnaround. And the 10-minute just looks like it's hanging up there, but in the 1 minute, it's on the white line again, and I believe that it's gunning for lower. I'll wait for it to break that blue line before I take a trade. I do think that if it breaks that white line, though, that it could be a moment of power. So if it breaks that white line, or if it breaks that blue line with some force in the 10-second, I'm going to snipe it with a 30-second put. That trade up here up top is going to win. In 37 seconds, it looks like it's been kind of going snaking up and down. It went way down there, then it jumped back up. I think it's going to catapult. That's what I think it's going to do. I think it's going to catapult down through this blue line. You can't be sure at this point, though. My old self would have jumped all over this trade right now. I would just be putting it like when it was up here, it kind of guessing that it's going to go down, but it's going to go down and hit this again. And it feels like, there it goes. It doesn't mean that it's going to go all the way. It did go underneath. It could do it. It's like an RSI touch. It's, but it's been down here before and it's shot right back up before. It's like it's making little smaller gains to the bottom side. It's stuck at that bottom candle, lower than it was before. It's got down pressure. It's got pullback. It's kind of iffy right here to know if it's going to go ahead and pull back or go down. That's why I didn't trade there. I was almost going to put it, but it showing me this little back and forth motion kind of scares me. It's in the middle. There's doing its pullback. There we go. That's enough pullback for me in the 1 minute. I'm going to take a 1.5 minute trade, because what I think is going to happen is this blue line is going to be broken. It's going to be broken from right here, and it's going to be broken. Now, there's my assumptions, and that's why you can see in my trading assumptions, trading kind of close today. My assumptions are close. Let's see, what was this? This last trade was a win. Okay, so the last one was a win. And I've got a little, I was at a little bit of profit when I won that. It's got 1 minute now. It's at the bottom of this. The 10-second could go either way, as you can tell. It's got this big line down here that it really wants to go below. And if it can get below that line, and if it can just make it happen, then we're good. Even if it kind of messes around here and kind of goes up and down, I'm still well above that line. So unless it has like a major rejection of that line, and a turnaround. But in the bigger scheme of things, I don't think that's going to happen. Like I said, in my bigger scheme of thing, I think this is spent and it's going down. The only other option I think it could give us is it could go all the way back up. But now I'm more convinced of a down trade than ever here in the 10-minute. It's sort of sitting at this level. So if it breaks this blue level here, looks like this is going to be a pretty good win. If it breaks this blue level, I may take like a 3 to 4 minute put. That'll be a win. Second win in a row right there. Now I'm looking at this in 10 minutes, and I'm looking at this as a breakthrough candle. Yeah. We can just go to 1 minute and go to 5. I'm going to check it out in 5. Yeah, it's at the bottom here. It's been going lower. And if it can just break below that, this level right here is pretty strong. And it does want to fight it. It's fighting it. But I'm going to go ahead now while it's underneath it, just right by it really. And I'm going to take my 5 minute. That's a long trade, longer than I usually ever take for our show. But I'm thinking that will be good. And I'm still right about where I started today. If this wins, I'll be at 1644, I think. If this one wins, I'll be at 1644, which puts me at 2.81%. So yeah, I mean, look at that. This right here, I might have jumped in a little early, so I hope it doesn't go super slow. But what I think is going to happen is no matter what it does right here, in the next 4 minutes, it's going to go down. Because if you look at the overall trajectory, this is going down. This blue line is very strong. I should have waited for it to jump to the blue line, but what I thought was going to happen when I took that exact minute trade, or when I jumped in, I thought it was kind of already on a retraction. See, it had went down, it was retracting, and I thought, well, okay, I didn't foresee that it would retract as far. I still have a very good position for a 4 minute trade. When I trade in 30 seconds or 1 minute, it matters, like the jumps and everything really matter. And they can matter in a 5 minute trade too, but not as much, because what I'm looking at in 10 minutes is, like an engulfing candle off the top of a really strong level. This candle, I believe, is going to go, obviously it's going to go that way. Now it is fighting. It kind of worries me that it's fighting. This blue level is really what I was excited about. That blue level, that bottom of that candle, if we zoom in a little bit on the 5 minute, I was really excited about that level right there that it broke. And if you kind of make it more of not like a level, but like a zone, it got below the zone, and I took my trade practically on it. Now, in the 3 minute looks like it is reaching down towards the white line, which is a good thing. In the 1 minute, it is below the white line and reaching down, which is a good thing. It looks like it's leaving this level behind. It fought at that level a while. Now it looks like it's leaving that level behind, which is a good thing. Now, if there's no major level of rejection, which it doesn't seem like there is anything in the 30 second all the way down here until here, that's our first level of major rejection right here. Maybe right here, but somewhere in this area. So we've got a long way to go for major rejection. I mean, there's a little bit of fight here, a little bit of fight here, a little bit of fight there. Let's look in 1 minute and see if we can find any more rejections. Like right here, this bottom level, this could be a level of contention because it kind of hit it, went above it, went back. This is contentious right here. Hopefully it breaks this level. Let's call this contention. What do we call contention? Orange. And it still has 1 minute and 45. If it doesn't break this orange contention, then it could be in danger of a loss. If I do win this though, then like I said, it looks like I'll be at 1642, and I think I would be okay with that 2.69% gain. That's what I will be at if I win this, 2.69%, so be up $43. I'll have broken 1,600, pretty far above 1,600. Yeah, look at that little area of contention that you can see. It's contentious. It was contentious here. It hit it. It hit it. It's hard. It's really hard to multi-time frame this, but now it's stuck. I really think this trade will win because this chart is moving very slow. This chart is moving really slow, and it's moving out of levels slowly. It's like taking forever. It's moved way far out of the level that it was, and it's hit this level. So unless it just goes out of character, it's had a big red candle here. It's had some decent growth here. It had a big candle in the 30-second. So it's moved before, but it's also more likely stuck. So we got 27 seconds. Let's watch this in 10 seconds now. Yeah, it's likely stuck, and it's got a massive level here. This blue line is a massive level. We got 15 seconds. Hope this holds down. This is okay. It's at the midline in the RSI. This is getting me nervous, guys. This one right here looks like it's going to win, but it could go either way. It just makes me nervous how it's there. It's at the white line. It's got 4, 3, 2. It's jumping, and it's really jumping. 1, bam. That's a win. That's another win. 1642. I've had 3 wins in a row right there. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I had some messes around, but I did. It's okay. I went for 2.69. I was at 1 point, I think 8 or 1 point something gain. If I can get 2.5 or above, I feel like I'm having a pretty good day, and I feel like I'm kind of growing. I could take another trade today. I could take one more. I don't feel like I don't know what to do on this chart because, man, that really let's see if I think it's still going down. I don't know. I think it has broken above out of that. I think in the 10-minute it has done its thing. It's heading down, but it's moving so slow and could consolidate. This orange level right here we found, yeah, in the 10-minute it had one. It could hit that level again and just bounce. But it could go through it too. Do I think it's going to go down there? Yeah. I do think it's going to go down to that level. I don't know. I think that it's kind of been a long trading session already. So I think that I have to go, this is good enough. This is a win. And we're in the profit by 2.69%. We are in the profit by 1.95 trades. We did have a little bonus when we started, so that helped. So I would say today was fairly hard. And I'm kind of nervous to take another trade today because I don't want to lose half of my profit. That would put me back down to 1.3% gain, about 1.3, just off one loss. And then I would feel like I didn't quite get enough. I'll tell you what, binary options is emotional. It's 100% emotional. The way that I've grown my account to the largest it ever was at one point was by just doing this, just stopping when I was ahead, when I felt like I had a couple percent. If I had 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, whatever it was, and just to really only risk, 5, 6, 7% of my account, keep them in relation to each other. That's the only way I've really ever consistently made profit. Every other way, I thought that was going back down, and it isn't. And that's the thing. Today, it is a little bit of a struggle, but I'm up to 0.69%, so it's actually a win. If I put this in here, 1642, I'm up overall on day 21 by 56%. That's how it's happening. That's how it's rolling out. Hey, no matter where you are right now in your journey, you can become a profitable binary options trader. All it takes is a simple trading strategy to win trades and the ability to stick with your plan. But it's easier said than done, especially if you're trying to do this alone. But now you don't have to do this alone. Right now, you can go to musiccitytrader.com and join me in a tribe of dedicated traders. We're on a journey together, and there's room for you today. You'll get all access to the exclusive Trading Tribe app where you can post your progress, share your wins and losses, learn what's working from other traders, and you'll get exclusive trading sheets, strategy guides, trading journal downloads, and more. You can even participate in my special live trading sessions and even copy my trades right inside Pocket Option using the Social Trade feature. Go to MusicCityTrader.com and join the Trader Tribe today. Success is within reach, and you're not alone. Click and join today at MusicCityTrader.com.